Hey friends, this is the MrsVolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead Plus. Did you see the plus sign? That's why I used that intro, because I wanted to show you the plus sign. Daddy and I signed the papers today. Monday, the other party signed the papers, and the land is ours. We are like a millionth of a point below an acre, but it's now Our Half Acre Homestead Plus. We have a lot of plans. It's been a really long and busy day. Howie had to get off work early, and well, this morning he had to go in this morning and put together a car, and then he met me at the notary's office at 10 a.m. We signed the papers, came home, picked up the motor coach, and then drove 3 hours to Terrebonne, Quebec to take it back. No, we're not returning it, but Papa, being thorough and the bit of perfectionist that he is and a body man, we noticed a few things that felt kind of wonky on when we took it up to get it plated. And so when we got back, Howie went under it with a flashlight and a camera, and there were some things that were questionable safety-wise. So they might have just missed them, we don't know, but we phoned them and told them, and they said, bring it back and we'll fix it. So they're going to fix it, because we've got a 30-day warranty with them. And if anything goes wrong, we can just take it back and say, I ain't, no, you sold me a lemon. But that's not the case. Hopefully at this point, it's just a matter of something that wasn't noticed in the safety check. And so they're going to fix that. I don't know how long it's going to take, but at least we got a couple of weeks, or at least a week, where I can see my driveway and I can see my barn. So a lot of things are happening all of a sudden. We've got our 25th wedding anniversary this year, which we're having a pig roast. And I'd invite y'all, but I got nowhere to put you. Not even if you brought your own tents and campers. There's just nowhere to put you. Plus, we have a huge family. We have a huge family. And this is our last big party. I mean, we did a pig roast. Well, we did the turducken, and then we had a pig roast before we moved to Quebec. And it was a massive undertaking. And so I think what we're going to do is, because we're going to be doing it in a ground oven, and yes, I'm going to get better footage this time. I have a better camera. And we're going to do it in the ground oven, but it's so much work because Papa's got to dig the pit, line it with round stones, and then build the night before, build a hardwood fire in that and keep it going all night. And then we season the pig, and we wrap it in tin foil and wet flannel sheets, and into the fire pit it goes, and all that stuff. So it's going to be a video in itself. But do I want my husband to have to dispatch and clean and scald and scrape the pig before doing all that ground oven stuff? No. Unless you do it a week ahead, dear. The pig, and hang it in the fridge box. There's a thought. Because I just didn't want all that extra work for him. But we got a lot of work to do. We got to find a place to park this motor coach, because it's as long as my house, and every time we need to move it, the truck has to be backed up the driveway, the motor coach back down into the truck spot, then the truck brought back in, and the car moved back down, all so that we can back it down and then pull it out. So we have to build a pad for it. And thank God we are now Our Half Acre Homestead Plus, because we had no room to put it. But this year, there's two things we need. We need a place to park it, and half the land we bought is ravine. So it's going to mean cutting softwood out, building up, getting fill put in, and then building up a crushed stone pad. Hopefully next year we'll be able to afford concrete. And buying a huge weatherproof, waterproof tarp, because we can't afford to build a garage big enough to put that thing in. And even if we could, where would we put it? It's humongous. It's a behemoth. So a weatherproof tarp, what that is going to do is what I've been told, is it stops. See, it's not the freezing that hurts it's not really the weather, the freezing or the heat that's so hard on them. It's the fact that if they get wet, like say we got a lot of snow and it melted, and this thing's been sitting out all winter in an outside lot. And if it snows and it gets wet, the snow gets on it and then it melts, it gets into the seals. Well, if it freezes, it expands and then it thaws and it goes down and it's off and on. So the trick is to keep the water out of the seals. So if we can't build a garage, we need a place to park it and a really good waterproof tarp. So we've got to build a place to park it. We've got a pig roast. We got a lot of wood to cut and we got a lot to do. So I was thinking of buying a pig from just a cleaned whole pig from Costco for the pig roast, but depending on how it goes. I mean, it depends, but we're gonna have to make a decision soon because I'm gonna have to decide whether to buy 1 piglet or 2, because 2 is just too much for us now with just Daddy and I. So we shall see. This is the Miss Volfie from our half-acre homestead plus saying I have not forgotten the final video of Bacon Week. You'll have it by Monday. All right? Take care. God bless. I love you guys.